You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, let's talk about Gerald Wayne Jones, a.k.a. Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. Folks, this has to be the worst three-game home stretch in Cowboys history because they got dominated. Yesterday, folks, had to be the worst regular season loss I've ever seen for the Cowboys. I'm talking about, what did they lose? 47-9? It was that bad. Now, you guys probably already saw my rant after the Cowboys lost yesterday. But we didn't have Jerry Jones's reaction to that loss. Now we do. He's actually addressed the job situation of Mike McCarthy. I already said, guys, that Mike McCarthy should be gone. Actually, he should have got fired after that loss to San Francisco in the playoffs, where Dak ran the ball, they had no timeouts. And of course, the Packers loss was a complete beatdown. That had to be the worst loss in Cowboys playoff history. Ignore the final score of that game. The final score looked a lot closer than the game actually was. And now the Cowboys are 0-3 at home on the season. Yeah. Completely blown out, guys, by the Lions. So let's get into what Jerry Jones had to say, guys. Let's do it. Right here, guys. Jerry Jones addresses Mike McCarthy's job status after very concerning Cowboys loss. I would say very concerning is an understatement, folks. That was a complete massacre, folks. A massacre. Look here. Says Jerry Jones's football team was served a large piece of humble pie on the geriatric owner's 82nd birthday on Sunday. I didn't know it was his birthday. As the Cowboys were decimated by the Lions 47-9. Jones described the loss the worst home defeat that the Cowboys have suffered since Jones bought the franchise in 1989. And folks, that 1989 team was horrible. Folks, that team was 1-15. That was actually Troy Aikman's first season. He went 0-11 as a starter. That team was awful. And they didn't get beat this bad. Yeah. Anyway, Jerry Jones says, as both humbling and very concerning as the team now attempts to figure out where things go from here. The Cowboys have struggled at home all season, but Sunday's loss was on another level. Quote, we got to assess, and we certainly got a bye week. Thank God the bye week is coming. But there's nothing magic about a bye week, Jones said. You can do some things differently within 3 days of some of the things that bit us out there today. This was very concerning, and it was very humbling, and it felt bad because all of our great fans, especially the ones in the stadium, and certainly the ones that were all about the Cowboys. And guys, during the game, fans are booing. Fans are booing. Now, also, I heard some F. Joe Biden chants and some Let's Go Brandon's also as well, but I digress. Sunday's ugly loss had been the most points the Cowboys had ever given up in a game where they didn't score a touchdown, according to Ed Werder. Wow. Dallas was held to just 53 yards on the ground. That's not good. That's not going to get it done, guys. That's not going to get it done. Jerry says this, quote, this was a shocker. I thought we would do a lot of things better in that football game, and I think we can. We just didn't do them out there today and don't have a lot of answers. What are you going to do about it? We're going to get to work. Changes need to be made, man. Changes need to be made. It's just that simple. And I'm talking about everybody needs to be fired, guys. Everybody. Now, Jerry ain't going to fire himself. Okay? Jerry is the general manager. He's the owner. But, man, that coaching situation is bad, guys. It's like the Cowboys didn't practice all week. And they just said, nah, we don't need to practice. We don't need to listen to Mike McCarthy. Obviously, man, the players, I believe, don't have any respect for Mike McCarthy, man, with that performance. He needs to go. Jones looked miserable during the course of the game as the Fox broadcast flashed the owner's box at AT&T Stadium after Lions back David Montgomery scored a rushing touchdown in the second quarter. Man, we got gashed on the ground, guys. Everybody was looking like the second coming of Emmitt Smith, except Emmitt Smith doesn't play for the Lions. He's the Cowboys' all-time great. Anyway, the Cowboys owner did shoot down the idea that he's given any consideration to firing head coach Mike McCarthy. Quote, "Oh, I haven't even considered that. I'm not considering that, so you're clear. I'm not considering that," Jones said, according to the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. "Do you think I'm an idiot? Do you? Okay. Well, I'm not going to hypothetical with you about what I consider coaching change in light of the timing we're sitting here with. I'm not at all. So this man will not fire Mike McCarthy right now. Now, I truly believe, guys, that Mike McCarthy, he will not be back with the Cowboys. He's a lame duck coach. He knows that. I believe everybody actually knows that. But, Jared, now it's time, man. Now is the time. Things are just so bad. So bad, man. I mean, you got beat 47-9. You're 0-3 at home. And it ain't looking good, man. But you're going to let this man still run this team into the ground? Wow. You know what? I guess, since he didn't fire him after that Packers playoff loss, I guess it shouldn't be too much of a shocker that he's not going to fire him now. But I believe, man, after this season, he's done. And Jerry may also be thinking, you know what? We're in the NFC East. I believe they're only game out of first. But, man, that game out of first, man, it feels like the Cowboys are 10 games back. As bad as they have actually been. That's what it feels like, man. This team doesn't feel like a playoff team at all, even though they may end up making the playoffs. But it doesn't feel like it, guys. This is bad. That defense is awful. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.